for the Royal Tournament's longest-running act. The crews from Portsmouth and the Fleet Air Arm with their 12-pounder guns march on in preparation for the field gun race, a regular feature in the tournament since 1907 and in this precise format since 1919. There have been a variety of teams over the years. Now there are just 3, Devonport are the 3rd, and they compete throughout the 2 weeks for a selection of trophies. The Fleet Air Arm actually only joined the fray in 1948, but since then they've won more times than the other 2 put together. Overall champions for 4 consecutive years from 1989, they're determined to regain the title. And believe me, this is very serious competition. The 18-strong teams have been whittled down from hundreds of initial applicants, and they've been training for months, starting at 5 in the morning, to perfect the split-second timing and teamwork required. It's tough, and injuries are not uncommon. Battery Commander Ken Mathers starts the race with a thunderflash.
The bugle blows, and away they go on the first stage of the run this evening. And down to the white road end, we see them wheel around, and everything, men, guns, limbers, all go over the home wall. And in the centre of the arena, the sheer legs are set up, and on top go the 28-foot spars, which are used to carry the first 2 men of each crew safely across the chasm. And they're followed by the 10-foot spars, which you'll see slotted securely into the ramps on what is known as the enemy side of the chasm. Back go the sheer legs, up go the wires, and first on the travellers now we see wheels of each crew taken over the 28-foot gap of the chasm. Each of the wheels weighs 120 pounds, and the gun carriage comes next. The gun carriages weigh 350 pounds apiece. Now the great weight of the gun barrels. Each of the gun barrels weighs 900 pounds. More wheels follow. And they're neck and neck at the moment, but it's early stage of the competition so far. The limbers are taken across. Each of the limbers weighs 345 pounds, and like everything else, they're manhandled across the arena, through the holes of the enemy wall, and when everything is in position, we shall hear the guns fire their first 3 rounds in an action against the enemy.
The clock stopped with the 3rd round fired, and that was very close. There are 3 phases: the run out, the run back, and the run for home. And between each, the judges check that all the complicated rules have been adhered to. Lieutenant Anna Krzysztofiak, in charge of the Portsmouth team, is the first female to be involved in the race, and she checks the Fleet Air Arm team.
And the bugle calls them for action once more for the second stage of the run back. Now we see everything go over the enemy wall, and already the first 2 men across the chasm on the travellers. Send the travellers back now, but their comrades will follow behind. The first of them with wheels, 120 pounds apiece, remember. The next piece of kit is the gun limber, and see how apparently easily they bring the guns to the top of the ramp on the enemy side of the chasm. Now the gun barrels come over, first piece of the gun, there to hang between the sheer legs to await the arrival of the gun carriage. And when the carriage arrives, the wheels are slipped onto the axles and the barrels lowered onto the gun carriage, with the guns taken away to the new firing position. Down go the wires, and the last men over are called the flying angels, and they bring the 10-foot spars with them, and down go the sheer legs.
Still very close. Now the times for the 3 phases will be added together, and any penalties included, to produce an overall time. The record of 2 minutes 40.6 seconds was set by Portsmouth in 1984.
Both crews are all ready. The bugle blows, and there they go on the final stage. Your last chance to cheer your favourite crew across the finishing line as they hook up guns and limbers and then pull for home.
And first over the line, the Fleet Air Arm by a short head. Now they have to tot up the penalties. And in fact, the Fleet Air Arm have none. They win in 2 minutes 51.34 seconds, over 10 seconds outside the record. Portsmouth collected 2 2-second penalties. Their total time was 2 minutes 56.37 seconds.